Texas State Senate race, Democratic candidate Beto O'Rourke lost in a remarkably tight race to incumbent Ted Cruz. Social media, though, they are placing blame on somebody I wouldn't quite expect with this one. Beyonce. They're coming for Beyonce, saying that her late endorsement, which came just hours, this post right here on social media, came just hours before the election, or before the final votes were able to be tallied, and people are saying this is too little, too late from Beyonce, so she's going to put her name behind Beto O'Rourke. Why do it in the 11th hour of this election where she could have a true impact? Why not do this, say, weeks, months in advance here?
So I don't blame it on Beyonce, but I will say I think it's really odd. If you're going to say anything, why you're saying something now?
The polls closed
either don't say anything at all, don't say anything at all, or say it sooner.
I think it was her version of an I voted sticker. You know what I mean? I don't think she was thinking like, I'm going to sway this Texas election by like telling everyone to vote for Beto. I think she was just like, I'm behind this guy. He's cool. This is who I stand for. And I think that I do think if she would have put out a message about it weeks ago when Texas early voting started, I think it was October 22nd, then people would have maybe, her fans maybe in Texas would have voted if they didn't already, but I don't think that she was trying to sway the election.
Well, to me, but I think that's the whole tone deafness, I just made a word up there, of Beyonce here. Like an I voted sticker for somebody that holds almost as much weight in this world nowadays as Oprah Winfrey. Like for Jordan Cornette to go out there and say, hey, here's my picture, this is who I voted for, here's my sticker. Nobody's going to say, Cornette, why didn't you do this a month ago? You could have impacted the election. But Beyonce holds that power. And for me, it's one of two things. Either do it earlier to sway people to go alongside you. Hey, it's self-serving. If this is who you want, people might follow suit. It's the world we live in today where the celebrities affect some votes, or don't do it at all.
So
like,
you think,
just don't do it.
You think she really could have made an impact?
Absolutely. I mean, look at Oprah and her impact on Stacey Abrams, who has not won that election, has refused to concede still, and probably going to demand a recount here. But who knows how tight that race would have ever been had Oprah not put her name behind her and Will Ferrell. So look, in the world we live in today, a celebrity backing goes a long way. That's why people pursue them.
Yeah, but even Taylor Swift, like she spoke out about the candidate she wanted for Tennessee, and that candidate didn't win. So I don't think we should put this all on celebrities. It's not in their job description.
The point is, it was a slim margin. I'm not saying it guarantees victory, but I'm saying it goes a long way. Look at the voter turnout by simply Taylor Swift getting out there and saying, hey, go out there and vote. The spike was ridiculous. That's the kind of impact that celebrities do hold today, and we'd be remiss of reality to say that they don't have some sort of impact.
I just think that's so much to put on Beyonce.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's her responsibility.
It's hard for me to see it because I don't think like that. I mean, I think it's good for celebrities to be involved.
She's going to change your vote.
But yeah, I don't feel like it changes my vote. Like, what if she wanted to go completely red? Let's say Beyonce just wanted to vote for Ted Cruz instead, or a Republican candidate. That doesn't really change which way I want to go. Like, it's just, I think it's great.
It might change how you feel about Beyonce.
Maybe. Maybe. I think it's great that they're involved, but it's just hard for me to wrap my head around it being that influential. But we know celebrities have influence.
I can promise you this, Beto probably looked at it and said,
come on.
Beyonce.
It would have been cooler. It's pretty cool to get an endorsement from Beyonce. It would have been cooler 24 hours ago.
I wish I knew you were rocking with me about a month and a half ago.
I'm sure next time she'll do it earlier, though, because Taylor Swift, just really quickly, like last election, she didn't speak out about anyone. She was just like, go vote, but that's it. And then this time she was like, oh, I learned a huge lesson. Like, I do have a lot of impact. I should do this. So Beyonce will do it next time.
So Taylor doesn't have the impact she does. Carly, where do you stand on this one? Kaitlyn Bristowe and Shawn recently broke off their engagement, everybody. Now, you might not know who they are, but it's an interesting story and pertains to everyday life. Kaitlyn shared that Shawn apparently forgot their anniversary, which added to their breakup. One of the mounding things, maybe the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel's back, but is forgetting an anniversary. This is a question I have for you guys. Forgetting an anniversary or milestone, could that be the sign that a relationship is probably eroding, or is this much ado about nothing?
I think that people make way too big of a deal about anniversaries. Like, my boyfriend would, and he's very thoughtful, he would never remember our anniversary unless I was like, hey, this is the day, it's coming up, just so you know.
Do you guys celebrate?
Let's make a plan. We just do something cute together. Like, normally we would like get Thai food and take it to the beach or do something like that. Like, it's not a huge thing. I don't expect roses, but it's cute to acknowledge it. But I've also heard that those dates, like Valentine's Day, anniversaries, those become a huge deal if you're insecure about your relationship. So if you're secure about your relationship, it shouldn't really matter that much.
Taking shots at Valentine's Day.
We are going to talk a lot when it comes to February because I've got quite the history with Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait
a long play teaser,
hope
So
right?
just wait, guys. Get excited.
Juicy stories. No, so I'm not a huge date person. I forget a lot of dates, frankly. That doesn't mean I love you any less, but that goes for my best friends. That goes for my lovers. You know, now my husband. But I will say, I
Lovers.
think, I will say, I think that it is. So for me, the wedding anniversary, yes, don't forget it. But here's what, from an experienced married person, not me, someone else told me. They said that you should, like you said, you don't let him, like you make it a big deal. Don't wait for your man to come through. Like you make it clear. Like he always knows when my birthday is because I talk about it. He always knows when any major holiday is coming up or anything important to me.
Yeah.
I think this just goes back to communication. And
Yeah.
as a woman, like just don't, I would say don't wait for the man.
Yeah.
Like make
Yeah.
it clear
If it's
your
important,
expectations.
Help him out a little bit.
Yeah, and guys,
Yeah.
advice, if you forget your significant other's birthday, go ahead and leave the relationship. The keys, the locks will be changed, you'll be sleeping outside, your clothes will be outside. But no, in all seriousness, with my relationship, we're not married yet. We're engaged to be married. So we've never celebrated an anniversary of this is when we met, we're dating. Like,
No?
No, we've never
None?
done that. But I do believe now that we're going to be married come June 1 of next year, we will definitely celebrate that day because it's one of the best days of your life, I
Yeah,
imagine. I'm
that's a
really
big one.
anticipating that. So again, during play of the day, I said you can't know where you're going unless you respect where you've been. And I think that to look back on that magical day and say, hey, this is where we started, wet behind the ears, attacking this life and this adventure together.
You picked a
and
good
here
date.
we are.
You picked a good date, the first. All you got to remember is one.
First of the month, you remember rent, and I remember my marriage. So there you go. Do you want the perfect length for your social media captions, or do you want your hashtags to stick out? This is something that keeps everybody up at night, clearly.
Obviously.
Well, you're in luck, everybody. You can pay for what they're calling a caption expert app. People need help, but is it worth paying for fake captions on social media? Is it this important in the world we maneuver through today?
I think this is unbelievable. First of all, get more creative yourself. Second of all, stop putting so much weight on it. Like it's ridiculous that we're going this far.
I think it's just surprising. I would expect a company to do this, like to pay for a social media expert to help them put forth the brand that they want. But
True.
when you follow people, you don't think that they're going to be putting out captions that someone else wrote.
Yeah.
I mean, what is even real anymore?
It makes no sense. I think we have a side-by-side picture of, just as how reality works. So this woman was proposed to, but didn't, the all-important guys, make sure they have their nails done. She did not have the manicure, so her friend put the ring on that was given to her friend and showed it up so it looked like her hand. This is how far we are going on social media.
That's a good friend.
That
That's
is
a not a friend, excuse me, that's her cousin. So her cousin said, hey, hon, I got your back. Slip it on my hand, and we'll go up and deceive the world.
That's pretty creative, though.
It's pretty funny, but I think it speaks to, your best foot forward typically in life would be a meeting for the first time, definitely an interview, a resume, but now the access that you have, perpetual access to see people through social media, through Instagram, through Twitter, through Facebook.
Yeah.
You have to be on at all times now. It's crazy.
I know, it is weird.
So would you pay for this?
If it was like $3, maybe. Sometimes I
Something
get
real- a
stoned.
nominal fee.
Sometimes I want to post something and I'm like, I don't know what to say with this picture, and I don't.
I
Maybe
wish
if
I
it
had
was
that
a very
expert.
low price, I would.
How about you?
They wouldn't want to write
No,
my
I
caption
wouldn't.
for $3.
I wouldn't. I would pay for like pictures, but not a caption.
I just admire when people have really good ones, but I don't pay a lot of money
Just
for
steal
it.
theirs.
Yeah.
I won't say anything.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Thanks,
I
Felicia.
pride myself on being an English major that I can come up with some good puns myself. As long as I entertain
did.
myself on them, that's all that matters. Don't
We
worry about
know.
everybody else out there.